Welcome to Concept with Justin. Imagine stepping out onto your balcony and feeling a small, private garden fold around you. Stay with me and I'll show you 5 simple ideas to turn that narrow ledge into a lush, fragrant, and endlessly livable outdoor room. Start by thinking vertically. When floor space is limited, the air above becomes your most generous real estate. Picture a living wall of staggered planters or a series of hanging baskets at different heights, their leaves and blooms cascading down like a green waterfall. Imagine a trellis against the railing clothed in climbing sweet peas or clematis, while a slim column of stacked pots hosts trailing herbs that spill toward your feet. The benefit is immediate. Vertical planting multiplies your planting area without shrinking walkways. It creates privacy screens from neighbors, and it layers textures and scents so your balcony reads like a full garden rather than a scattering of pots. From vertical drama, move to structure and repetition to make this space feel composed and intentional. Visualize choosing 2 or 3 key plant types: a glossy leaf evergreen for all-season structure, a feathery grass for movement, and a bursty flowering annual for seasonal color, then repeating them in groups across containers. Picture matching clay pots in one corner and a contrasting run of metal planters along the railing, the repetition of shapes and colors knitting the composition together. The benefit here is calm coherence. Repetition gives your eye a path to follow, making a small space feel larger and more curated, while deliberate contrasts keep it lively and interesting. Once structure is set, we've sent an edible delight into easy-reach pots so the balcony becomes both beautiful and useful. Imagine a narrow herb rail running along the inner side of the railing, filled with basil, thyme, and mint, their leaves releasing fragrance each time you brush past. Picture a sunny pot of cherry tomatoes at the corner of your table, and a potted lemon or dwarf citrus where their glossy fruits and scented blossoms can be enjoyed up close. The benefit is practical pleasure, fresh herbs for dinners, the smell of lemon blossom in spring, and the joy of snipping food straight from your balcony to your plate. Small rituals that attach you to the space and reward regular use. With plants selected, think about seating and circulation so the balcony invites lingering rather than being a mere display. Envision a foldaway table that tucks against the railing for morning coffee, a slim bench with storage underneath along one wall, or a comfortable lounge chair angled toward the sunniest spot. Picture a soft outdoor rug that defines the room, cushions echoing your plant palette, and a small side table for a book or teacup. The benefit is functional comfort. Thoughtful furniture choices ensure the garden supports routines, breakfasts, reading, a drink with a friend. turning the balcony into an extension of your living space rather than an afterthought. As afternoon light softens, layer in lighting and reflective accents to extend the balcony's use into evening hours. Imagine a string of warm bulbs woven through the railing or overhead, small solar stake lights tucked into planters to outline pathways, and a few battery-powered lanterns for table ambience. Visualize a mirror placed against the wall to multiply plant mass and light, and a brass tray on the table that catches the glow of candles. The benefit is atmosphere and longevity. Soft, warm lighting makes the balcony cozy and safe after dark, while reflective surfaces expand perceived space and highlight foliage textures in a new, intimate way. Linking these ideas together, start by mapping what you have: sun exposure, wind, and access. Then layer verticals, repetition, edibles, seating, and light in that order so each decision supports the next. For example, a sunny, sheltered balcony benefits from fruiting pots and vibrant annuals placed where they get the most sun. A windy corner needs sturdier planters and low-growing, flexible plants. Begin with a statement vertical element to create privacy and height, then repeat key plants for cohesion. Tuck edibles where they're easiest to harvest, arrange seating to capture the best light, and finally add lighting and accents to bind the composition into a welcoming whole. Here are 5 quick, actionable planting ideas you can try this weekend. First, a herb rail along the railing. Compact herb pots in a shallow trough give you constant kitchen access and scent that moves with every breeze. Second, a vertical succulent wall for a sunny, low-maintenance corner. Arrange a grid of small pockets for echeveria, sedum, and crassula that create a sculptural tapestry. Third, a dwarf citrus in a large container paired with trailing thyme at its base so you get scent, fruit, and ground cover in one composition. Fourth, a shady shelf collection with ferns, caladiums, and peace lilies in nested pots for a cool, tropical pocket. Fifth, a pollinator strip of lavender, calendula, and salvias along the sunniest edge to invite bees and butterflies. Each image has its benefit: easy harvesting, low maintenance beauty, multisensory appeal, a cool retreat, and wildlife support, respectively. Practical tips keep the dream sustainable. Group plants by water needs: drought-tolerant succulents in one cluster and thirstier herbs in another with a hidden drip line or a small wick watering system. Use high-quality potting mix with good drainage and add slow-release fertilizer at the start of the season. Choose lightweight containers for high balconies and heavier ceramic or filled pots for windy spots to prevent tipping. Elevate pots on small feet to improve drainage and airflow, and add mulch or coarse grit on top for moisture retention and a tidy look. The benefit is health and safety. Proper planting technique reduces maintenance, prevents root rot, and keeps plants thriving with less work. Avoid common pitfalls. Don't overcrowd plants in tiny pots. They'll compete for water and nutrients and become high maintenance. Beware of overwatering. Empty saucers and check soil moisture before watering. Be cautious about invasive vines and shared railings. Choose trained climbers and contained planters rather than letting roots and tendrils escape. If privacy is a priority, use bamboo screens or a line of tall grasses rather than relying solely on fast-growing but short-lived annuals. The benefit of avoiding these mistakes is longevity. A balcony garden that grows more beautiful with time, not one that becomes a strain. Seasonal adjustments keep your balcony garden fresh year-round. In spring, refresh potting mix, introduce annual color, and plant early-season herbs. In summer, increase watering frequency or set up a simple drip timer, pinch back herbs for bushier growth, and provide afternoon shade for heat-sensitive plants. In autumn, move tender plants indoors or to a sheltered spot, sow cover crops in larger pots if leaving them unused, and plant bulbs for next spring. In winter, protect sensitive pots with bubble wrap or move them to an inside window. If you have evergreens, let them carry the structure so the balcony still reads as planted even when blooms sleep. The benefit is continuity. Seasonal care ensures the balcony remains inviting and alive through the year.